Hello, we're looking at creating labels using the Mail Merge feature in Word. I've got my original data, and it can be all sorts of data, listed with headings in Excel. In Word, I'm going to create a new blank Word document. I'm going to go on the Mailings tab and start Mail Merge and say that I want to make labels. Now you'll be asked what sort of labels you want to make. If you've got a packet of labels, there'll be an indication on the side of the label vendor and of the product number. Even if you've bought labels that are own brand labels, they will often have an Avery equivalent code. So I'm going to select Avery here, and I'm going to go down to L7162 because that's the equivalent code that I've got on my. There is an option to create your own label sizes here as well. Now an optional step, but one that I find useful, is to go on the Table Design Layout menu and turn on Grid Lines. And this enables you to see the labels that have been set up. Now it's worth pointing out at this stage, you don't have to use sticky labels. You could use plain paper, and you could use glue to stick them into a textbook, or you could make individual badges that are going to be cut out. Just because we're using small squares doesn't mean there need to be sticky labels. Back on the Mailings menu, we need to say where we're getting our data from. We're going to use an existing list, and I'm going to confirm the sheet that the data's on within that list. Now the way labels works is slightly different to creating letters. We do all our creations in this top left-hand label, and then let Word update all the other labels for us. So I'm going to use the personalized information from the Insert Merge field button. So I might want the first name of the person, their last name, and maybe I'm going to use the target field. This is the target that they've been set. Now you can still use all the basic commands. So actually I want the name centered and maybe a little bit bigger. And back on the Mailings tab, if I want to see that first one as real data, I can use the preview results. I'll go back to the codes. There's one extra feature that you don't get when you're doing letters, which is the Update Labels button. If I click that, it's copied the design from the first label onto all the other labels. If I go back to preview, you see you're not getting the same data on each one because Word has put in a next record command. You don't need to worry about that, it does all that for you, but it does mean that we actually get a different row of data on each label. If you're happy with this, you can go Finish and Merge. I would suggest rather than going straight to print, you edit individual documents. I'm going to select all the fields here. And that's going to give me two documents. One is my original template. So this has got all the codes in. It's just a single page document. The other one may be multi-page if there's lots of labels to generate. This is the one with the expanded information, the personal information, ready to be printed out onto labels or onto plain paper, cut up and dealt with accordingly.
More help is available on our website, along with details of how to book tutorial sessions and times for our drop-in clinic.